Well, my name is Rhonda James, and I'm the CEO here for Stand for Families Free of Violence. And I've been with the organization since 2017, but have loved the organization for well over 20, 30 years as a community member. So the issue of eradication of violence against women and children has been near and dear to me. I think a lot of people assume when someone reaches out for help after a domestic violence incident or even a pattern, that they immediately get help or that they immediately call law enforcement, and neither of those things are true. Most people either don't talk about it or they tell folks who are close to them but maybe don't engage law enforcement.
Hi, my name is Linda Best, and I'm a member of STAND's board of directors, have been for several years now. And I first became involved with STAND when my sister became a victim of domestic violence. And that really brought home to me the devastation and crisis that it can bring to victims and their families. As I became more involved with STAND, I realized how important the programs they provide help victims and their families get through this crisis.
Folks can call our crisis line 24/7 and we can do an assessment ourselves, but we also provide ongoing support because we also know many people, if they do decide to leave a violent relationship, oftentimes take a while. There's a process they often have to go through, and there's a lot someone gives up to leave a relationship. People fear losing their home, and they do lose their homes. They fear losing custody of their children, and sometimes they do. So we try and come up with as many tools as possible to help plot a course and give options. What we're the experts at is helping facilitate options, not necessarily making decisions.
The Rebuilding Lives event to me represents the community coming together to address the needs of the people that we serve. It's also an opportunity to help spread the word about what STAND does. And the other very important part is that we hear from someone who's been a victim and what the STAND services and programs have meant to them. And that is so rewarding to see that happen and to see the STAND has really made such a difference in their lives.
This year we have someone who's a survivor, and she's also a luminary. She is a woman who's told her story. And this particular speaker this year, Stephanie Land, is not only a best-selling author of her own memoirs, and this particular memoir was made into a Netflix special called Made. And she does an especially wonderful job of talking about the intersection for herself to fight homelessness, coming from a fair bit of poverty and her own mental health and drug and alcohol use in the family. But she makes a really good point about women of color in our community having even that much more baggage and that many more hoops to jump through. So she does a really good job illuminating how race and gender and socioeconomics play their part and connect around domestic violence and often result in increased homelessness for someone who decides to leave a domestic violence situation.
Domestic violence is one of those problems in our society that not enough people are aware of. Sometimes people don't want to talk about it. It's so important that the leaders in our community, including the business community, support STAND in an event like this, to support it financially and also to help spread the word about how important it is to meeting the needs of these people.
Normalizes the conversation without normalizing the experience. It's saying that they support not just STAND, but they support the eradication of violence between people who love one another. It's making a statement, and it's making a line in the sand around what's appropriate. It's about men saying that they don't want to participate in toxic masculinity because it hurts men and it hurts women and it hurts all genders. An organization or a business's opportunity to say this stops with me. It's not something that's going to be okay in my family, and I'm not going to look away when I see it in my community. And it's really a step in the right direction toward equity and justice for genders.